Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and you never thought you'd see the day. But all the cards are on the table. All the options have to be explored. Now that the meta has become just so insanely whitewashed and isited that we've got to try it all. We've got to try anything that might give us an edge on this meta. And I heard a rumor, a banana rammer type of rumor for you 80s boomers, that clerics might actually be good in the current meta, against the current meta. So we had to find out. We had to try building a cleric deck for the current meta and seeing if it could pick up some W's. And boy, it really did. They hate the spoilers in the intro. Let's just say that this is not one of those 50-50 decks that I dress up to make look a little bit better by showing games that are more fun than getting curb stomped. This is a legitimate curb stomping machine, at least from the small sample size of games that I have played, especially against mono white. Mono white doesn't like the clerics one little bit. Let's go over some of the new cards in the deck, as this deck has been around pretty much since Pyre of Heroes was introduced. Clerics was about the only tribe that made sense with Pyre of Heroes, a cool artifact out of Kaldheim that reminds boomers of Birthing Pod. Sacrifice a creature, search your library for a creature that shares the type with it and has a mana value equal to 1 plus that creature's mana value. Put that card onto the battlefield and shuffle. Activate only as a sorcery. Really good effects here with Pyre of Heroes. Really cool that you get to kind of go up the chain. You get to turn your Lunark Veteran into a Luminarch. You see why that's confusing. We've got a Lunarch Veteran turning into a Luminarch Ass Pirate, turning into an Elite Spellbinder, turning into Aura, the Skyclave Hierophant. And it's really fun, actually, to take things up the curve. And then you get in positions where you gain things by having clerics enter the battlefield, such as +1/+1 counters and life on Cleric of Lifespond. And you gain things by clerics leaving the battlefield, like with Aura, Skyclave Hierophant. Every time a cleric dies, you get back a cleric from the graveyard, which triggers the things with the ETB, and so on and so forth. So it's actually really interesting. The new cards that we have in the deck, we have one Traveling Minister. This is 1 white for a 1/1 human cleric. When you tap it, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. You gain 1 life. Activate only as a sorcery. Don't forget that only as a sorcery part. Yeah, otherwise it is basically a way to get 1 life and add a little extra boost to your attacker at the same time. So it's almost, it's a little better than a Soul Mender as long as you actually have a creature you want to attack with. Really good with a lifelink creature like Aura too, if you want a little more life for your buck. But the real juice from the new set, the real Crimson Vow juicer here, is Voice of the Blessed. This is a white 2/2 Spirit Cleric. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on Voice of the Blessed. As long as Voice of the Blessed has 4 or more +1/+1 counters on it, it has flying and vigilance. As long as Voice of the Blessed has 10 or more counters on it, it has indestructible. This is our first deck running this Spirit Cleric, and this little sucker is the future. Every life gain card has to now be seen through a lens of how good is the life gain mechanic, and can Voice of the Blessed carry that deck? And this is the first deck it's going to dive into. And my first time playing with the card, my reaction, ooh, baby, this thing is bonkers. This thing unchecked is game, and in this deck they might even check it. They might kill it. You just get it back later with Aura as you scale up with Pyre, and oh my gosh, all you need is 1 Cleric of Lifespond or 1 Lunarch Veteran, and this thing is going to town. It is an absolute blast. So it's a lot of what I'm going to be loving about the deck today. To be honest, what I love most about the deck, it absolutely clowns mono white. At least in my limited experience, I've been stepping on mono white's throat over and over. But there is something else I really like. I like the hidden spirit synergy in the deck. Yeah. See, Voice of the Blessed is a spirit. The only thing here that's not a cleric is Skyclave Apparition, which you might think that's weird. You can't Pyre of Heroes for Skyclave Apparition because it's not a cleric, it's a core spirit. But you can Pyre Voice of the Blessed as a spirit into a Skyclave Apparition if you desperately need a removal spell. Then you can Pyre your Skyclave Apparition as it is a core into an aura. So actually, Skyclave Apparition sits in this funny part in the curve where it's something you can both fetch and something you can sack to move up to the next level. And of course, your aura, when it dies, or when any other cleric dies, can get back your Voice of the Blessed. Also, if you want to turn a Lunarch Veteran into Voice of the Blessed, you can cast it as the Luminous Phantom, which is a Spirit Cleric. And you can sacrifice the Phantom with a mana value of 1 overall and go get Voice of the Blessed. Judge. I'm not positive this works. It actually didn't come up in the games. And I believe the mana value goes to the card, not the backside, but maybe they're going to say that the mana value is 0 and all you can fetch when you sack your Luminous Phantom is a Lunarch Veteran. I don't know. But Judge, check that one. Still, pretty cool effects. I do want to know the answer on that one. But by the way, Skyclave Cleric is a core. So you can sacrifice Skyclave Cleric to go get Skyclave Apparition as well. Just kind of cool that these little pieces come together that you don't often think of. And it does make it almost a thinking gamer's aggro life gain deck, which I never thought I'd see the day. What you will see in this video, unexplainable, I can't put it in words, board states, and life gain turns created by Righteous Valkyrie. You will see Pyre and Aura and Righteous Valkyrie chains that gain over 20 life per turn. It's wow. It does a lot of work. You'll also see me clowning an opponent so bad I get salty roped playing clerics. Who salty ropes clerics? Like who is getting beaten by clerics going, this is stupid. I'm going to rope this. This is so dumb. Come on. It's clerics. They're not supposed to be good, but they are. I think this deck is a legitimate meta answer, and you're going to want to watch the video and check it out. I've never said this many positive things about clerics in my life. Some quick deck building notes. The Agadeem's Awakening and the Amiria's Calls. You may not need them to play this deck. I'm running them because this deck has the unique issue that it can and will flood out because it doesn't have any regular card draw. The card advantage is all based on Pyre of Heroes and Aura. So if it does draw too many lands, bad things happen. So I'm running a lot of these, but most of the time I don't end up casting them. I end up playing them as lands, sometimes taking 3 damage, making it harder to get up to 27 life. If you don't have these or don't want to play them, I totally understand. I feel better playing a higher land count and having some of these mythic lands in there. All right, let's dive in. Let the cleric nonsense begin. I'm pretty sure I played this person and they're running, is it? Pyre? Valk on the draw? I don't love it. Okay, they're running white. That's what I meant, white. Yes, obviously. We'll play some caves, we'll play some 1/3s. It's fine. Our opponent has something that'll attack for 3 next turn. No big deal. Maybe I need the pod. I gotta get out sometime. I don't know. I feel like I need stuff on the board. That's what I need against this deck. And a little bit of life gain. Okay. Do you think they've got a way to kill this? We gotta try. Maybe like whenever I play this deck, I don't have removal when I need it. Maybe they'll do the same thing. Maybe I found the me who's not gonna have removal. That's a card. That is a very strong card. But it's not removal either. Okay. Let's see what they take. The Pyre gets us Valkyrie number 3, and then things get silly. And they can't take both of them. Yeah, they still don't have that removal. Okay. That's interesting. It can hit the shield. I still think we do this first. The hole. No. My pod. And more taxes. Welcome to Tax Nation. Okay. Now what? Mega Redain. $19. We can pay 3 life for that. Probably not worth it. Ta-da! We've got some 8/10s up in here. Nice top deck. Nice top deck. You can't ask for much more. But they still don't have a good attack. Why wouldn't we? Valk! 47 life. Easy. Come at me, white mage. How many Skyclave apparitions can you rip off the top when you need them? That's right. There's a limit. There's gotta be a limit. Okay. Could use some vigilance in this. What do we take? I think we take out the shield, but we could also take the Redain and start swinging. So this hits for 7, this hits for 7. I guess we want to be ready in case they draw a removal spell. They hit me too hard. Well, I'm at 47. I'm okay. All right, send team. That shield won't protect you. We're coming in way too hot. Well, white, nice top deck. Pretty nice. Are you dead, though? I guess you have to put a counter there and survive. They don't know about these. Wait, what? Wait, what? Really? You left yourself doomed? Okay. Bye. Pink Floyd. Playing Is It Dragons last we saw this one. You better run. Run, 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 run. Ah, back to aggro. There we go. All right, let's get you going. Nice top deck on the swamp there. Oh no, the monk. Whenever another cleric enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Well, do we make them have removal? Yes, we do. We make them have it. Redain. Always Redain. They're headed straight upstairs. Okay. Let's do the thing. It's a Clarion. It's a Raptor. Wow. Okay. It's a +1/+1 counter on Redain. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it is. 19. All right. The top deck is another Skyclave Apparition. Go away. We're going to give you a 3/3, though. Don't get sad. Aura! Give me that life. Thank you. What do you kill? If you can kill something, what do you even kill? There's the Brutal Cathar. Target. The Aura. What's a counter? Go ahead. Probably on the Monk. You're just going to attack me with a 5/5. I guess you could go on this. I would put it on the Illusion, I suppose. But maybe they have a longer term plan. They have many more creatures than I do. Yeah? Is that what we want? Am I missing something? That ain't double strike. Okay, we're drawing a lot of land and I'm getting nervous. So, let's take you, I think, and go get another Aura, because we want the triggers of it entering the battlefield. But if we take this, we just get Aura now. I mean, that's fine too. And that gives us triggers. And then we can go get... Never mind, we're good. We're good. I know what I'm doing. I'm a talented magician. I've done this lots of times, guys. Lots of times. I totally understand how this deck works. Yes! You better run! Shine on, you crazy diamond. That's a lot of Amiria's calls. Whatever. We got what we need. Maybe I was supposed to play this first, and then play this on 2 for sure, and then this on 3, and this on 4, but it doesn't do anything for a really long time. Let's go like this. I'm feeling blessed today. We're gonna lose a lot of life really fast. It's kind of scary, but then we're gonna recover. Drawing all the Amiria's calls is, of course, terrible. Shouldn't happen. Shuffler is fine. Alright, opponent's on a mission to be the obnoxious one. What do we do? They might take away our Pyre. I think we want to get our Valkyrie down, though. You got the guts to block here. You do have the guts to block. Good choice. Okay. Let's go like this. The Revealing Eye. Probably take the Pyre, right? But let's see. Oh, they take the app. They're scared of the apparition. Cool. That's a pretty interesting draw. Do we go for it? I think we do. Try to pick at their hand a little since they picked at ours. Silverquill Silencer. They now know our hand, so that's a pain. Skyclave Apparition. That's the closest thing to removal they have for the Valkyrie. Yeah, I'll pay the life. I might even give them some cards. Let's take the Apparition. Alright. Are we playing the Cleric or the Call? We're threatening to drop Pyre and sacrifice Spellbinder if we play the Cleric, so let's do that. Paladin class, Concealing Curtains. I remember this deck. I played this deck the other day. It's like a weird Death and Taxes. It's a black-white, all the annoying things that aren't blue. Now, they also have to debate if they should transform this. But if they do, they're going to fall behind really quick to the beatdown. They could take the Pyre, but then we're still probably going to do something to advance our board next turn. If I get to sacrifice this Spellbinder, though, and go get an Aura, they're in big trouble. I guess they have a few ways to fight Aura, like the Sun Gold Sentinel, but it's not going to be easy, and that lifelink body is not going to be a slouch either. They also really need to draw land. I don't know how many they play, but if they run 24 in a deck like that, they probably get stuck in this spot way more than they want to. Keep in mind, I think I spotted them. I spotted them at least 3 life. Was it 6 life? I can't remember now. Yeah, it was only 3 life. Well, decision fatigue sets in. Opponent can't make the decision. It's asking way too much. Okay. Let's give him the business. Probably going to rope out this one too. I mean, sometimes you just look at the opponent's hand with the revealing eye and you say, I'm going out for a drink. Not worth it. Not worth it today. So, anyway, if you're wondering what we're up to, we're going to use Pyre of Heroes to sacrifice Elite Spellbinder and go get Aura to then protect our board from any kind of removal other than exile and gain a bunch of life in the process. Beautiful. So I guess we could have done that pre-combat and the voice would have gotten through and it would have been the same as if like, but I guess this had to be blocked. No, it would have been -1 damage the other way if we had done the aura trick first before attacking. I totally knew that the whole time. Gigabrain. You might also be wondering why there's no rank up here. It's because we got disconnected on the initial connection, and I had to close the client and restart the game. You know, sometimes when you do that, it doesn't show you rank. This isn't some weird hybrid ranked versus unranked match. I better still get my Mythic credit for this timeout. I earned it, dang it. I had to stare at this thing. That's asking a lot. $428. White and black, so okay. If you're thinking about my baby, it don't matter if you're black or white. Green. Let's get you on the field. You know those Blizzard Brawls are coming. You gotta get ready. Alright. Play the one that costs 3 mana and hope they don't have that removal. We've been pretty lucky so far today. They haven't always had it the way they do a lot of days. They are going to struggle to have removal for all of this, so we just have to keep finding ways to keep our life total high. Like if we play Aura next turn and they kill that, then we get back the Valkyrie that they kill this turn. Unless they kill nothing this turn, that would be nice. Yeah, without removal, they're gonna be in trouble. Let's see. I think they have a Veil, just from the way priority is. They might have an Inscription, but it's probably a Veil. Let's see. They might be waiting till I put something on the stack here. If they kill the Aura here, I don't get anything back. But I still think it's worth it. So much life. Defense. Yeah, that's got to be a Veil then. If they had an Inscription, they'd probably use it. Unless they're okay with using their whole turn here to Inscription. Okay, I want to do that. Let's throw them this. Because I think they're going to Veil. And now we'll have something in the graveyard, so if Aura dies, we get something back. You can tell they're confused. Maybe they do have inscription and they wanted the full money inscription. I guess that can be pretty effective here. Let's see what happens. Okay, they found all the lines. But they forgot about the life gain. Yay. Let's get it all back now, shall we? This one doesn't have the once per turn limit, so sequencing this way gets us an extra counter on the voice. Yeah, let's start attacking. Why not? Let's show him who's boss. Everyone? Yeah. Okay. You got it. I still think they have a Veil. And I don't really want to trade this voice. It's about to get insanely huge. So if that last card is a Veil, how does that change the way we play? I guess this gains us more life than any of the other cards, so let's do this. So good. Indestructible. No, it has to have 10 or more +1/+1 counters, so it has to be a 12/12 when that happens. All right. Your go. What? Transforming the oddity won't be enough? Okay, fine. You can leave. Ooh, no. Oh, we do have white. Is this a keepable hand? We've got the Pyres. We don't have any of the good cards, though. I'm going to try it for science. It's got way too much black mana. It's slow as it gets. But we're going for it, baby. We're going to make them have it. What the heck does this even mean? See how prepared the opponent is. Making those Pyres cost 3 really sucks. That's what I was going to use that black mana for. Wow. That implies they have a few Brutal Cathars to go around, doesn't it? Because otherwise, why would you play that? I can't even block effectively here. This is really bad. So if I play this, and then I play like one of these and turn it into like a Cleric of Lifespawn, are we doing it? I think I just have to play this and hope. Their play implies they have more Brutal Cathars, but if they do, are we winning this game anyway? Probably not. So, I mean, that's really good. I can't believe they run that in their Thalia deck. Seems really loose to me, but it sure worked out for them right there, didn't it? Okay. Let's get this ticking. Our 26 land deck has come up short. We haven't drawn a land since our opening hand. Dude, infinite removal over here. But everything's only got 2 power. So we could draw untapped land, play Aura, and be okay. It's a good stabilizing force if it can live. Alright, so we need a Skyclave Apparition to flip the Brutal Cathar conundrum. I mean, is this just the easiest magic, the dumbest magic you've ever seen? I think it is. I think it's as dumb as it could possibly get. And just put the counters on Thalia, yeah? Yeah? Maybe? Oh, they found it. Took them a minute, but they found it. It's a pretty good card. You're telling me there's a chance? All this. All this. Really? You can play with these cards and get away with it in this meta? Like, what do you even do if you play Izzet? Do you bend over? Do you just bend over immediately? Oh, now we're in the Luminarch Ass Pirate tank again. Cool. They found the line, guys. Give them a hand. Wow, that's kind of weird. Am I dead to this? No. Why would they give up a Brutal Cathard creature in that spot? It's like one of the only ways I can get back, right? So I can pot it into another Valkyrie. That puts me up to 6. And then I have 2 Valkyries to block with, but that's not good. I need more creatures. So I guess we have to do this. No real choice. I mean, maybe they'll keep making mistakes. Mistakes are cool. We have to remember we get a life gain trigger when a creature leaves the battlefield, so if something blocks the Thalia, that would be a big deal. That would put us up to 5. Alright, where do you want to put your counters? On the Thalia. On the Cathar. And you attacked with the Apparition. So we can go here, and we can go here. This puts us at 5. We need to block here, and we need to block here. Oh, it didn't. I was supposed to block like the Haven. Okay, I messed up. I made an oopsie. And then we draw another land. I need something better than that, and I didn't get it. Well, that's one way to lose a game with this deck. Bad mana and nastier opponents. Can I go first? I'd like to go first. All these hands are so much better when you go first. This is probably the most play draw dependent format I can remember since Mirrodin, when it was the meta was like something like a quarter or more affinity versus affinity mirrors, and the winner's metagame was often over 50% affinity. This is as close as a play draw dependent meta as I can remember. Most of the creature decks just don't have the tools to compete on the draw. And, well, that doesn't... Okay, they exist. But you can't run them. Because if you run them and you play against Izzet, you lose. Because you need every card to go face. It's the catch-22 of best of one. The control versus linear aggro strategy. So you're going to play your creature. Good job. Hey, that's a good draw. We really needed it. Well, they didn't have an Ass Pirate, so that gives me hope. And they played a turn 2 Haven, which also gives me a false sense of security, you might say. Let's start here. Now we have the 2 mana 3/3. I think that's something that's often lost by people, that Luminarch Aspirant is basically a 2 mana 3/3. Pretty good. They missed a land drop, and we're going to the moon. To the moon. Yeah, take a peek. You'll probably take the aura. We're a little white mana bottlenecked. We can't play both of these next turn unless we top a white. Okay, that's pretty good. God, I love the way that the Cleric of Life Spawned works with the Voice of the Blessed. All right, let's take away the adversary. It's the most expensive thing. It says Vigilance now. Let's get jiggy with it. Take 6. I'm bringing back Let's Get Jiggy with It since the Will Smith, what is it? The audio biography came out. I listened to the audiobook. Really good. Highly recommend the audiobook. But yeah, we got to bring Jiggy all the way back now. It's old enough to be retro. All right, so they have 6 power lying out here. To the moon. Trade, take 9. Yum. 6699. Nice. Man, the difference from playing white when they draw all the removal cards to when they draw the disruptive cards that are there to beat aggro, or there to beat control. Like, think about it. Thalia, Spellbinder, Redain, all of them are good against control. We just make a mockery of them. It's such... The format is just so about what you draw. And is it in the right matchup? All right, let's go indestructible on them. Show them what's really up. Full power Voice of the Blessed. They're holding on. They are fighting for life right now. Shields up. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna save you. It's kind of awesome. Game. Taste it. I'm actually trying to top 100 with Clerics. What has happened to me? What has happened to me? What is this hand? All right. All right. Yeah. Haunted Ridge. It's gotta be Grixis, right? Like, nobody comes out here not playing blue, right? Oh, maybe it is Rakdos. Hand is messy. No answers to anything. We have to create overwhelming board state, but we might have to take next turn off. And they might have an Immerstorm Predator already. I think I need the life. I think I need to live as long as possible to try to assemble the board state we need to compete. Because I don't think I can, like, attack them down. Being on the draw in that position seems too bad, you know? Oh, that's... Ooh. Scary. Scary having no way to deal with that and having to kind of take a turn off here to play the pod. Think I better attack. Not doing much blocking. This looks bad. Okay, they're gonna smash it. That could have been worse. That could have been worse. We're gonna start working on overwhelming the removal. Although, do we play this? We can charge it up this turn, play this tapped. Nah. Let's get these on the field. Can bring back a Luminarch Aspirant if they trade, or if it kills it. And they don't seem to have a dragon, so they don't have a good way to pressure yet. Okay, easy block. Let's gain 3 life, get back an Aspirant. Okay. Well, we got a Veil out of them, but we don't usually target stuff anyway. Well, there's the untapped land. A lot of choices. Think, think, think. It's a lot of thinking, sorry. Oh, they have an instant of some kind here? See if they want to trade. They do? Okay. I mean, we'll take trades where we get them. So now we can put you back down. So if they didn't block, I was going to sacrifice the Aspirant, and I was going to go get the, I was going to go get a Righteous Valkyrie. Since they did kill it, I can replay Aura because there's something in the graveyard to get back if we trade the Aura. We'll take this damage. That's pretty good. Think it through. So we're probably going to go get a Voice of the Blessed, or we're going to sacrifice this to go get a Righteous Valkyrie. We should get a 1/1 into the graveyard first, though. That's a good idea. Alright, so play these out. I'm probably going to goof up the sequencing here somewhere because I don't know how to play these decks. But let's get this going. Triggers off of each of these. Now we've got the 4/3 coming in. That's gonna trigger. Up to 21. We get you back. That's gonna trigger both of these. Oh my god. Yeah, trades aren't good for you. Alright, that was scary, but they didn't have a dragon and they didn't have a chariot. They're 2 key cards to lean on, so we were able to overwhelm that battlefield. It's our top 100 game with Clerics. Win this one, we should be top 100. Let's keep. On the play, hands that do things. No Aura, no Pod, though. And no Righteous Valkyrie. So we're really leaning on these two. Voice of the Blessed, Luminarch Aspirant. There's also no way to consistently gain life from something entering the battlefield. So we're actually missing a lot of pieces. These cards, but missing a lot of pieces. We're just going to be playing good old obnoxious Aspirant Spellbinder for at least a few turns. And hope that's good enough. Green Dryad. Ramp? Ooh. I guess next turn... No, we can't play them all next turn. Wow. This is tough. Well, we want to play the Hive for sure, which means we don't play the Voice. Let's play this. Just get it ticking. And then somehow we got to find a window. It's a pretty good draw. I think I want to play the Spellbinder, and I probably want to counter on the Spellbinder. So let's play it pre-combat. Wow, they did have a Jwari. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky ramper. On the bright side, we get this punch in. Sequencing is getting rough. All right. I mean, having the veteran out first makes the most sense as far as the life gain strategy. Could also play this Cleric. Let's spread out some counters since this gets blocked anyway. This also plays around to divide by 0 a little. Not much. Rather, they didn't have the divide by 0, of course. But those tapped, this land being tapped kind of got us there, as we didn't get to apply enough battlefield pressure. So what are they reaching for? Cyclone Summoner would be brutal, but the good thing with Clerics is sometimes you can just gain so much life, Cyclone Summoner doesn't matter as long as you hit all your land drops and can replay everything on time. Coma. Ugh. I mean, I've beaten Coma. I've played Coma and been beaten by decks like these, but God, that makes a hell of a match. Our opponent has figured out where their 5th land is. It was in their butt the whole time. And they say go. So that's a divide by 0 turn. What ambushy stuff could they have? They could have the Amalgam, right? I guess if they flash that in and trade, I'm happy. Okay, they're taking it. So they might also be Eureka Moment into Cyclone Summoner. If they have Divide by 0, we'd rather play Voice of the Blessed for sure. And it feels like they do. Deluge, okay. So how do they sweep the board for 6? They don't have a Foretold Epiphany. Yeah, it's going to be a lot to get out of this. And they don't have a Fading Hope, or they probably would have played it right there. We got a Creeper. We got a Field. We got Consuming Tide. Okay, that's a way to do it. What do we keep? I guess the thing with the most counters is one option. The thing that's hardest to rebuild is the other. Keep this. There's a Valkyrie. Let's start running the life total to the moon. Get him. Put him on 5. So it has to be Cyclone Summoner, and it is. We miss a land drop, which is brutal. Let's replay the Flying Threats. Make them deal with it every frickin' turn. That's a full price Flashback Deluge. I don't know how they survive now. They need Island Fading Hope. Top 100, baby. Let's go. Make them big. You ain't seen Clerics this ripped. Triggers! Yeah. 9-4. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and let's check the stats powered by Untapped.gg. It's a good one. 10-4. 10-4 for Clerics, bringing 4 wins against Mono White, going 1-1 in Izzet. And then this is the part that I love. Maybe it's the matchmaker. We know it's the matchmaker. We actually are getting paired against a bigger, deeper variety in the meta. I don't know what the heck this means. Anyway, we are getting paired against a deeper variety of meta decks as opposed to Mono White and Izzet over and over, even though we're in high Mythic. That's pretty hard to do. That doesn't happen very often. So I am absolutely excited to tell you that you get good matchups with this thing. You get a variety. Also, 9-1 since I made some edits, adding the Amiria's calls and going up to 26 land. So 9-1 in my last 10 games playing frickin' Clerics. I can't believe it. I didn't expect it to go this way, but maybe Clerics is a legitimate metagame answer. Try the list, find out for yourself. Let me know in the comments how you did. Well, really let your fellow viewers know how you did. Also, if you have builds, you can always at me on Twitter. That's probably the only place I really look at deck lists that people post, is if you at me on Twitter. Link in the description for that. And I am curious if this will show up at the Kaldheim Championship. Those deck lists will be announced before the end of the week. The basically Pro Tour high-level competitive event that is going to feature Crimson Vow and Standard and Historic. And I'm really curious if some people are going to show up with this deck, because it does seem to take it to the aggro decks of the format right now. They don't have enough removal to remove everything they need to remove, and often Aura just brings it all back anyway. It does feel as if any Cleric of Lifespawn, Voice of the Blessed, Pyre of Heroes, Luminarch Aspirant, or Righteous Valkyrie, or Aura gets to stick to the battlefield, the rest of the deck synergizes around it and really comes together, and the opponent's in big trouble. So I think that this deck might be a true contender, and I'm curious how it goes in the future. So thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.